see a big area where they're building this football stadium. And with saying all of that, it's like, I don't really care. Maybe because I'm a San Francisco 49er fan, and that's probably a big part of it. And I know sooner rather than later, once the Rams start winning, I'll get on the bandwagon. But as of right now, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. Simply because I'm a 49er fan, and then I'm not sold on Jared Goff. I'm sorry. I'm not sold upon Jared Goff. Now, living in LA, I was preview to seeing him play. I remember when he played against USC, and I didn't see anything special. I'm like, this is the guy that everybody is talking about? This is the guy? This is going to be the guy taken in the first round, number 1 overall pick? I didn't see anything sexy. I didn't see anything that I saw where I was like, man, that dude right there got game. I didn't see anything like that. So when he was taken by the Rams, and I'm like, man, this team going to be in my city, and we got him? Nah, I'm not really sold on him. So when I was watching the NFL Network, and then I'm hearing reports about how he was struggling in OTAs and mini camps, and then I'm hearing reports now that he's struggling in training camp, getting the play called and getting the team in and out of the huddle, and he's just struggling right now. And I don't think that I want to hear that. I don't think nothing. I really don't want to hear that. But they're saying that the coaches, they don't want to mess up his confidence. Things like that, I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear things like that. I didn't hear things like that from Andrew Luck. I didn't hear things like this coming from Andrew Luck out of Indianapolis. I didn't hear stuff like this that I'm hearing about Jared Goff. So hopefully he'll, hurry up and get it right. But I'm here to tell you that I truly believe that he's going to be a flop. And that cannot happen here in LA. We have gone entirely too long without a football team. That's one of the main reasons why we love our Los Angeles Lakers and them raggedy Dodgers so much. Simply because we haven't had a football team here in so long. Now, he's going to end up playing sometime this year, whether it's the first game of the year or whether it's the 8th game of the year. He's going to play this year. Now, what is big for a young quarterback? A defense. It used to be a tight end, but Todd Gurley is going to play a pivotal role, running the football, putting him in downs where he can actually succeed. So instead of 2nd and 8, how about 2nd and 4? Now, as an offensive coordinator, now you have a little bit more things to work with. Now, my thing is, the offensive coordinator that they do have, this is his first time being a coordinator, Jeff Fisher. I'm not too sold upon him. So I really want to see exactly what Jared Goff does. Now, Nick Foles, he hasn't reported to training camp. He's upset because they drafted him. He has the same thing going on with Sam Bradford. They're upset because the team that they played for took a younger guy. My whole thing with Nick Foles is, man, who do you think you are? You haven't did absolutely nothing. Like, how about you just go play some football? Do what you do. Do what you do. Go out there, handle business, and then at the end of the season, you say, you know what? This is what I have accomplished. Trust and believe me, NFL teams, they're going to see what you have done, and they're going to judge you off of that. They don't care about the fact that, this young guy came in, and he's going to end up starting. They don't care about that, because if that be the case, then Drew Brees would not have never, ever got another job. Drew Brees sat there, got hurt. He knew that the team had drafted a younger player. He said, you know what? You can keep that younger player. I'm going to sign with the Saints. Now, who up to this point, who has had the better career? It's Drew Brees. He has a Vince Lombardi trophy. So it doesn't matter. Just do what you do. Go to training camp. I'll play the rookie. Do what you're supposed to do. And if the politics, if it comes to play, let it be. But trust and believe me, if you do what you do, a team is going to take you. Now, Al Jazeera wants to talk to Clay Matthews and Julius Peppers. Now, I want to talk about Clay Matthews. I believe that Clay Matthews is going to have himself a good year. The reason why I didn't want to talk to them is because of the Al Jazeera report about steroids. Now, looking at Clay Matthews' stats in 2009, 2010, he had 10 sacks. Well, 10 sacks in 2009, 13.5 sacks in 2010, and then 2011, 6 sacks. 2012, 13 sacks. 2013, 7 sacks. 2014, 11 sacks. 2015, 6 sacks. So if it continues to go the way in which it has, he's going to have himself a double-digit sack season. So I'm looking forward to Clay Matthews doing that. And then Jordy Nelson has hurt his knee, not the knee that he had the ACL on. But here's my thing about Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson, people tried to sit there and undervalue Jordy Nelson, but Jordy Nelson showed that he is a top-tier wide receiver. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers struggled without that man. And I said it. I said, hey, he's going to struggle. You just can't sit there and just say 1,500 yards ain't nothing. Like, forget his 1,500. No, you don't. You can't say that. Because, and I've said this before, Terrell Owens, as great as Terrell Owens was on the football field, he never ever had a season where he had 1,500 yards receiving in any season, not one. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Jordy Nelson is a better wide receiver than Terrell Owens. No, that would be blasphemy. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that Jordy Nelson, he is the man. I'm saying that. That boy got game, and that boy got a lot of game. I remember when that dude played in the Super Bowl up against, who was that, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he had some drops in that Super Bowl. If dude didn't have drops, he would have had one of the all-time greatest single season, he would have had one of the greatest NFL Super Bowl games of all times. But, you know, he had the stone hands. But that dude right there, he can play some football. Man, that dude can play. And I like to watch him play because he'll marsh you. You like, hold on. I thought you said white mans can't jump. I know that's what the DB has to be thinking. Hey, man, you told me white men can't jump. Dude, you're lying. Because this white man right here, he can jump. How he do that? That's Jordy Nelson. So I know Aaron Rodgers has to be happy and elated that he's back. And then he also said, Jordy Nelson, that he'll be back for week 1 of the NFL season. I hope he is. Falcons release star kick returner Devin Hester. Now, I was watching the NFL Network, and that's where I heard the story. And they had wide receiver like beside Devin Hester. And I'm like, okay, dude's not a wide receiver. Like, he's not. I'm sorry. I remember watching Devin Hester when he played in Chicago, and I'm like, what is he doing? What route is he running? What is that? Is that supposed to be a post? Nah, I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Now, as far as special teams, he's the greatest special team returner of all time. Punt return, kickoff return. He's the greatest, hands down. But as far as the wide receiver position, no. Stop it. He's not even there. Randy Gregory faces longer ban due to another drug policy violation. Now, I don't even know who this guy is, but I'm watching the NFL Network because I'm trying to get upon my football. So I just watched a lot of, the NFL Network, and I'm like, okay, who in the heck is Randy Gregory? So I went upon ESPN.com, and I clicked on the story, and then I clicked upon his name, because I wanted to see exactly what's all the hoopla about this guy. And I'm on there, and I'm like, dang, where's the stats? Like, I don't see no stats for this guy. He has no stats. Like, if you go on there right now, you'll see that the man has absolutely no stats. So I clicked on the story, and then it says that Cowboys coaches credited Randy Gregory with 11 tackles and 16 quarterback pressures to go along with 1 tackle for loss. Yeah, for a guy who at the combine tested positive, like, yeah, the Cowboys shouldn't have even drafted this guy. They should have made him work for something. How do you fail a drug test at the combine? That lets me know automatically that you really don't care about this. So the Cowboys, they figure, well, he's in the NFL, maybe he'll do right. No, you just pretty much gave up. You just pretty much said, you know what, with this number 2 draft pick or this second round draft pick, I don't care about you. I don't care about you, and I don't like you. Here, Randy Gregory, that's pretty much what they said. They just wasted it because this guy right here, he hasn't done anything for me to say he should be in the National Football League. That's just my opinion, and that's just how I feel about the situation. And I'm tired of hearing about young black men. Not even just young black men, period. Just throwing it away. Johnny Manziel included. Josh Gordon, even though he is reinstated into the NFL, it's like y'all young. This was supposed to be y'all dream. At least I think it is. And y'all pretty much don't care about it. Y'all can't leave the liquor alone. You're hitting on women. You can't leave the drugs alone. Yeah, that's just not good. And I know that drinking liquor, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's something wrong with it when it affects your play on the football field. But coming up on the Grizz, Andrew Luck says that there's no added pressure from New Deal. You know he's lying. Coming up on the Grizz. We're back, and this is the Grizz. Thank you for tuning in to me here on SME. You know what? I have really been listening to lately? I've been listening to a lot of the whispers. Yeah, that old school stuff, baby. That's what I've been listening to. And those guys right there from Watts, California, grew up in the Jordan Down projects down Century Boulevard. You will run right into the projects. They are from that area, that project right there. And I just been listening to a lot of the whispers, man. And them dudes, man, they made some dirty music, but them dudes, they could sing, man. And not only could they sing like ballads, they can make the little dance music. Man, I just like listening to that old style of music compared to this crap right here. Because the music in today's society is just horrible. Even when I listen to the pop music, I'm like, okay, all the music sound the same exact way. And maybe I'm just an old soul. You know, like I like the Temptations. I mean, that's my favorite group of all time. Them and the Child Lights. And then I gotta throw in Boys to Men, Water Runs Dry. Oh, that's my song right there. I love that. I love me some Beatles. Now, also, I gotta talk about this. Now, you know, hold on. I got a little loogie. Okay, now I'm good. Now, there's some individuals on the network who talks about my music. Now, some of the music that I play, I'm a big fan of music scores. That's something that I love. So, yeah, I'll play the Kindergarten Cop soundtrack. That's what we're with our former governor here in Southern California, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So when y'all saying Doug, he has said it a few times, W or what the F, he has posted that. That's where that comes from. It's the Kindergarten Cop soundtrack. I just love stuff like that. I love music scores. I just love music. But I love good music, and I'm an old school nut. Seriously, that's one of the main reasons why I don't like this new brand of basketball. I don't like all of the three-pointers. And it's only one sport for me that's going to give me that old school flavor that I love. And that's the NFL. The NFL, they going to give it to me. Yeah, every once in a while,